Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. Today we are going to be taking some notes, looking at the early river valley civilization known as Mesopotamia. We have been talking about it a little bit over the last few weeks, but today I want to take some time to go in depth and really look at what life was like in this civilization. You can find these notes as per usual underneath the classwork tab on the Google Classroom, labeled Notes 126 or 127, and then you will need to follow along as we discuss Mesopotamia. Your notes are traditional in the sense that we have our red text boxes for you to fill in. You'll simply need to click the text box in order to type in it. If at any point you need to pause or rewatch this video to make sure that you do not miss anything, feel free to do so, as this information is important and will be used later on in class. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Mesopotamia was dominated by the indigenous or native Sumerians and Akkadians from the beginning of written history around 3100 BC to the fall of the city of Babylon in 539 BC, and it was considered the cradle of civilization. Historians often refer to Mesopotamia as the cradle of civilization, as it is the birthplace of the first modern civilization, the beginning of humanity, creating a metaphor for the word cradle. Mesopotamia is the site of the earliest developments of the Neolithic Revolution from around 10,000 BC. Remember, the Neolithic Revolution that we talk about is when humans began to settle in one spot for long periods of time and farm using the resources available to them. It is responsible for the invention of the wheel, which will become particularly important as we continue to farm, using it for plows and wagons, and eventually leading to the many technologies we see today that use wheels. The planting of the first cereal crops. These are crops like wheat, oat, and barley, the large seeded grasses that we talked about last week. The development of cursive script, mathematics, astronomy, the study of the universe, planets and stars, and agriculture. Mesopotamia means the land between rivers and was located in the Fertile Crescent between the Tigris and Euphrates River that fed into the Persian Gulf. One of the oldest known Neolithic sites in Mesopotamia is Jarmo, and it was settled around 7000 BC, and other towns like Jericho and Katahayup were settled soon after. Over time, Mesopotamia would be ruled by 4 different empires who shared common beliefs of the rights of women, the importance of literacy, and the respect for the gods. We see one of the first epic poems being written in Mesopotamia during this time, the Epics of Gilgamesh, which has allowed historians to understand the values of this society and see what life was like. It also shed light on the religion in Mesopotamia. Gods were viewed as angry and spiteful. There's one story in the Epics of Gilgamesh where the gods flooded the cities of Mesopotamia because the humans were being too loud on earth and disturbing the gods. So we'll really see that religion takes the main focus here in this civilization. The 2 main things that this civilization is known for is the creation of cities as we know them today and the invention of writing. Mesopotamians wrote using cuneiform or cuneiform. And this style of writing can be seen throughout the Mesopotamian empires. People began to settle in city-states. A city-state was made up of the main city, other towns and settlements and surrounding land. Each city-state consisted of a temple and public buildings at its center. There were social classes such as merchants, people that traded to make money, farmers, politicians, and priests. Each city-state governed itself. There were often wars between neighboring city-states. With the development of a city-state and government came the first major architectural structure called a ziggurat. A ziggurat was a temple standing on a base similar to the early Egyptian pyramids. Ziggurats were constructed of brick made from dry mud. Priests were the only ones allowed inside the holy ziggurat. This made the priests an upper member in social standing. Priests were considered to be equal to kings and had a lot of say in the Mesopotamian society. Here's a picture of the ziggurat, what we believe they look like. And as you can see, it has the wide base like a pyramid, but then it's different in the sense that it has the varying levels. We often see this style in building in many early civilizations around the world. And that is it for our notes for today. Again, if you need to rewatch any part of this video, feel free to do so. Please make sure that if you have any questions, you reach out to me. Otherwise, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.